I have OCD. And I don't mean just the type of OCD that, like, how people are like, oh, I keep a clean house, I'm going OCD, which is fine. You can have OCD and have a clean house, but I have the really not the cool OCD, not the type where you keep a really clean house. I have the type where you ruminate on things over and over and over and over again. And I do have to take medication for it, or else I will be stuck, which is funny because if you've watched some of my other videos, but given the view count, I highly doubt you've seen it. I don't have any internal dialogue, but when I do get on something, I am very much focused on that thing. I remember as a kid, people were like, don't step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back. And literally I would run into walls almost nonstop because I would doing everything I could. Like at the mall, we had these small tiles, and I would literally tiptoe through the mall and just be running into everybody because I wasn't gonna step on a crack, because I wasn't going to be responsible for breaking my mother's back. But I will tell you, OCD has been a great gift, but it took a while to learn how to accept it. And I know for a fact that my kids got it too. And I was so nervous about them getting it, but it has been one of those things that really has helped me because I learned how to harness it. And I will tell you, it is known as the genius gene, and that's because most geniuses have had OCD. I think I missed that part of the equation, which is awesome. But I did get the gene, just not the genius part. But I will tell you, the reason why is because you stick with things a lot longer than most people do. That is what's helped me on my carnivorous plant channels, because while most people have hobbies, I have a hobby, and that is carnivorous plant, and that basically overtakes everything. And that is what I learn, eat, sleep, breathe, carnivorous plants. But OCD can be one of those things that can be very helpful if you learn how to harness it. Now, mine is more ruminating with a little bit of more like the avoidant behavior, as opposed to like it used to be, checking the light switch every, doing it, had to do it like 20 times, counting everything, couldn't go to sleep because I'd have to be counting everything. I had to do everything just right. But if you can learn how to understand OCD, it can really be a great tool. And so what do I mean by that, right? Because in its very nature, OCD is based around anxiety and fear, and it makes you feel like you're going out of control and that you want to do whatever you can to control it. But the best way, now I am not a licensed mental health therapist, but I have studied a lot, and I did work in the mental health field for years. I will say the best way to control OCD is to not try to control OCD. And what I mean by that, I don't mean give in to it. What I mean by that is if you have these thoughts that are reoccurring, don't try to stop them. Don't even try to acknowledge them as far as being icky or whatever. Simply go, okay. And what happens is your brain then moves past them. It's not that you're accepting them. It simply means that it is not important enough to be thinking on it again and again and again. And I'm telling you, that has really helped a lot. The other thing that I've used my OCD for is it helps me really focus in on a task and pull it apart so I can best understand it. And so where a lot of people will quit, I won't. So for instance, this channel, if you've seen, I post a lot of videos and none of the videos get views. But one of the keys to success is tenacity and grit and continuing. Having that OCD helps out tremendously in this, where most people will kind of go, oh, forget it, I got other things to do. I will double down, triple down, quadruple down, and however many other downs it takes to get the job done. And now OCD is a very, very popular is not the right word, but common disorder, if you want to call it that. A lot of people have it. Now, I did my senior thesis on the commonality of mental disorders, and I will tell you that everybody has a touch of something, right? Mine just happens to be OCD. Now, it is very much manageable and can be harnessed to use as a strength. The biggest thing is, though, it took years of therapy for me to figure this out, and plus for me being having that training in the mental health field to be able to figure it out as well. Somebody told me one time that you should be kind to yourself. I used to think of OCD as an enemy, but it's not. It's there to help, and because I harness that, it has helped me tremendously. So if you happen to be out there and you're struggling with this, just know that it isn't an enemy. It is a tool that is trying to help you succeed. It just doesn't really know how to do that. And so what it does is it focuses on the same things over and over again. The key is, one of the really good books I read for thought, those thought distortions, is called The Feeling Good book, and that's really good. But also there is cognitive behavioral therapy that I think is really good. And sometimes you just gotta laugh at the OCD, right? It can be very detrimental. It can cause a lot of problems if you get into it, especially with the avoidant behavior. But also, it can be a lot of fun if you learn how to harness it just right. And I don't know. It's one of those things that gets thrown around a lot, right? Like ADD and ADHD and stuff, and like people think, oh yeah, I've got this, but when you really got it really bad, it can be tough, but it also can be a blessing. And yeah, so just made this video